Alright, welcome back. This is What If Naruto Was a Prodigy, Part 2. If I remember right, last time I left off was Team 7 encountering Zabuza for the first time. Now, this is what's gonna go now. Kakashi tells Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura to take care to guard Kazuma while he takes care of Zabuza. Zabuza and Kakashi has their little fight with Zabuza activating his hidden mist jutsu and trapping Kakashi in the little water prison. Now, Sakura says we gotta go and help Kakashi, but Naruto just ignores her and starts to slowly walk forward to where Zabuza and Kakashi are. And Sasuke and Sakura are confused on what Naruto is saying or what Naruto is doing, and wondering. And Kakashi sees that Naruto is stepping forward and tells Naruto to stay back. Naruto ignores Kakashi and asks Zabuza, "Hey, where'd you get that blade from?" Zabuza's a little stunned to hear Genin answer he got the blade, and Zabuza explains he got it from the Hidden Mist village, and he had to kill classmates to get the blade, and this is one of the seven swords of the Hidden Mist village. So Naruto asks, so there's different blades like that? Zabuza says yes and no. There are different blades, but each blade has a different uniqueness to it. His blade, the executioner blade, and it absorbs blood from enemies. And it's hit or broken, it takes the iron out of the blood and reforges itself sharper than before. Naruto says, oh, if that's the case, I'll be taking that blade from you. No. Zabuza laughs a bit and says, how are you, a mere Genin, going to take this blade from me? And what Naruto does is, before Zabuza came, Naruto was walking in the back of the group and used a shadow clone jutsu and the real Naruto went underground using the headhunter jutsu, since he senses the presence of Zabuza. He also senses another person far in the distance, that being Haku. Now, Zabuza asks Naruto how he's going to take the blade from him. Naruto says, well, first I'm going to free my sensei, and then I'm going to grab the blade from you. Now, what Naruto does is, Naruto says, first though, fireball jutsu, shooting a fireball at Zabuza. No. Zabuza easily cuts the fireball jutsu with his blade, but he gives Naruto enough time to do another jutsu, which was lightning style, lightning stream. No, water and lightning don't agree. So the lightning, he shoots. No. Yeah, he does lightning stream, and he puts his hand on the ground and a blast. Lightning streams down in Zabuza's direction. No, Zabuza has to jump with Kakashi. Zabuza either has to jump while still holding Kakashi or dodge it and let go of the water prison. Zabuza jumps up, let go, releasing Kakashi's water prison, and at that time the shadow form of Naruto jumps up, throws a kunai using the flying raging at Zabuza. No, flying raging is different from Minato's. And Minato throws his kunai, he teleports to the kunai. But what Naruto could do, he either does that or he could swap places with the kunai. Now Naruto throws the kunai and swaps places with it, kicking Zabuza to the ground. Now, while he does that, the real Naruto was setting up traps underneath the ground with different shadow clones. The shadow clone explosion jutsu. Now, while Zabuza drops down to the ground, he lands where some of the clones are, that's underneath the ground, and they explode. Zabuza's catching the explosion, but it doesn't kill him, just severely injures him, knocking the blade out of hand into a tree. No. The real Naruto, he flies out the ground. No. At that point in time, Haku comes saying that Zabuza's in danger and throws the senbon into Zabuza's neck, making it seem like he killed him. Narikali a she. Making it seem like he killed him. No. Naruto hops out the ground to everyone's surprise and he was just, he says Naruto, the real Naruto gets out the ground and goes to see if Zabuza's actually dead. And seems it seems that this person is with him, but from what I could tell, Kakashi Sensei is tired, and the other two seems, that means I'll have to face these two by myself. I think it's best they let them go for now. Now, Haku leaves with Zabuza, and Team 7 heads back to where the bridge builder lives. And Kakashi tells them and starts to train them on. He recovers a bit from using his Sharingan. He goes to train the rest of Team 7 in how to tree walk. No, Naruto already knows how to tree walk and water walk. So he says he leaves and heads off to train himself. No, he goes and he goes to a spot near the house, a little further from the house, and starts to meditate and finds himself in his mind state where the Nine Tails is. Now, this Nine Tails, let me see. I don't know if I said it before, but I say it this time around, he got the full Nine Tails. The full Nine Tails. Yeah, he got the full Nine Tails. So he goes to his mind state, sees the Nine Tails, and Naruto no, tells Kurama says how it seems you finally noticed me, little brat. Naruto says, yeah, well, I just needed some time to decide when I felt like seeing you. And Kurama then says, that's like, brat, you were hesitating because you wanted to know something after a while, didn't you? Naruto says, I guess I can't trick you. But before we go any further in that discussion, what's your name? No, this shocks Kurama, and Kurama says, what do you mean? Naruto then says, well, I'm no idiot, and everyone has a name, whether they be an orphan, or just a rogue ninja. And you seem to have an intellect that's clearly superior to us humans. So, I'm sure you have a name. What is it? Ninetales then says, we aren't that acquainted yet for you to know my name. Naruto then says, I see. Well, if that's the case, let's have a little deal. Kurama's interested. I says, what's the deal? Naruto then says, from what I can sense, you're extremely strong. How about this? You help me train with your power and help me utilize it to its fullest, and I'll let you out of the cage. Kurama then says, Kurama then thinks and says, well, from what I can tell, you're not essentially capable of holding I can't speak today. Be fine though. I can't talk today. Kurama then says to Naruto how, from what I can tell, you're strong, but you can't withstand 3 of my tails. So, I'm gonna give you a little gift. No. When Naruto gets up from he might scared. He has instead of these blue eyes, red. Like how the Ninetales eyes is, and you can keep them permanent red. If you don't like it, well, that's that. The only way they get back to the blue, and then it be like normal blue. You see how your eyes got the slant in it? It can go back to dark blue. It can go back to red, but it can still keep the slant in it. Like he still got the it's still like the fox, but blue. No, he ain't open his eyes from the little training, and it can be red. No, it can be red and no, Kurama able to sense like people. If I remember right, he able to sense like people emotions or hatred or something. So some sort of sensory thing he able to do. No, well, Naruto eyes red, he able to access all that, and his strength and speed just get boosted a bit. But before Naruto leaves, he might see he ask Kurama how he'll be able to utilize the chakra more. Naruto Kurama then says, well, this is we first encounter. We just go keep the chakra. I can slowly let more chakra to you, and we go and it mix with yours. be able to do that, you'll be able to handle more of my tails. So as you get the one tails, you have to learn how to use it to stay conscious in it, and so on and so forth for each tail. And if you lose consciousness, I'll be taking over. This is her. I see. And then he tells Nightails he'll be back. He'll be back once this mission is finished. Nightails just coughs and goes to sleep. Now, as I said, in Naruto, he has trying his mind. He has the red eyes. He whiskers sharper. He got little fangs a bit and claws, but he can retract them, and he can retract the claws and everything else, and he fangs as well. So the whiskers for now just sharper. Now, Naruto tests out the ability Nightails' power for a while, seeing how fast he could go and butting into Haku. Now he always revert back to the normal blow, and he and Haku has the little discussion and thing. But before Haku goes, Naruto says he looks forward to fighting you and make sure ourselves is well recovered. He. That's a guy, not a she. That's a guy. Right. That's a he, not a she. That's a he. Right. You gotta remember that. That's a he. Right. Haku then says, you're interested, fella, aren't you? Naruto says, you have no idea. No. Because of after that, then Naruto heads back inside to where Tazuna is. What's that little boy name now? Damn, I can't remember the little boy name. The little boy that's Tazuna's grandson or something, so it's not rabbit, so he started complaining about how he started bitching about how he father dead for this and that, all this extra shit, and how he moody. I ain't watch it in a minute, so I can't tell you exactly he said, but he goes that whole spiel about all this how they fear or some kind. So, and Naruto tells Brat how instead of complaining and bitching and moaning, why don't you go outside and train yourself and get stronger? No, Himari again. We can assume that he named Himari, and if not, I call him Himari. Fuck you if you don't like it. Either way, Himari then tells Naruto he has no idea what it's like losing a loved one. Naruto then grabs Himari by his shirt. I don't feel like name, but fuck it. By his shirt and tells him, you're right, I don't know it. Because from what I can tell, my parents were killed the day I was born. And I barely know their names. My parents were killed when I was born. My village, the villagers in where I'm from, despise me, treat me like a monster. While you have your mother and your grandparent and your grandpa, I have no one. I live in a home by myself, coming home to no one. No mother to worry about me, nothing. I had to look out for myself from the time I was 5, trying not to be killed by the villagers. So don't you dare tell me about how I don't know what you getting through. Cause there's other people in this whole ninja world that are going through the same thing. Now Sasuke hears this and says that Naruto is just like him. He doesn't have any family members or anything left. So does Kakashi, Kakashi father died, Renan Obito died, Minato died, all that. No, Naruto tell he married this in a brutal way-ish. And Sakura then comes and tell Naruto that's enough. He's just a kid. You don't have to be so rough with him. No, Naruto flings Sakura off of him and says, "Shut up, you useless idiot. You're the weakest out of the group. And you're telling me about I don't have to be so aggressive with him. Wake up. From what I can tell, me, Sasuke, and Kakashi Sensei have already lost people important to us. What about you? You go home every day, you see your parents, and I guarantee you make a fuss about it." Sakura says, that's just stutters for a few words and says, instead of getting into my business or people's business, you should go train yourself some more. Actually be useful this time. Now, when Naruto said this, he always turned red because he angry and thing. He always turned red and Kakashi notices it. And Sasuke sees it a bit, but doesn't pay any money. No. Yeah. Now, the day comes when then for them to fight, to have a rematch again. Zabuza now Naruto leaves a clone with Himinari as a kunai. I says this will protect you if people come to attack you. Just destroy and it will hit its target. Haku and Zabuza reappear, and Kakashi goes and takes on Zabuza, and Naruto heads to fight Haku, but Sasuke intervenes and says he's got this. Naruto says, "Okay, do you?" No. Well, Kakashi and Zabuza fighting. Haku beating the dog shit out of Sasuke, and Naruto just there sitting up on the ground, like nothing. No, Sakura started a bitch and holler at Naruto's gonna save Sasuke. Naruto then says, "Why should I save him? I don't see the purpose of that." Sakura then says that he's your teammate and your friend. Naruto tells Sakura, "Listen, uselessness. We aren't friends. We're teammates. And as far as I can see, he's a liability. If he has just so much as this stupid amount of pride just because he's a Uchiha, well, I'd rather the enemy kill him than he gets in my way of my missions and ruining my record." Now Sakura says, "Well, you can't be serious, Naruto." Naruto then says, "Why not? If that was me in there getting beaten down to a pulp, would you tell Sasuke to go and try and save me? Or would you just watch and make no fuss about it?" Sakura says, he's your teammate. We have to stick together." And Naruto then says, No. He has to learn a lesson. He's gonna be prideful. No, let's get pride. Sakura goes to hit Naruto today. Naruto turns red and says, "That's the only hit you're ever gonna get on me. The next time you hit me, whether you're from the leaf or not, I'm going to kill you." Releasing a bit of bloodlust and make his a little bit of bloodlust. Kakashi then sighs and says, "Oh boy, what I'm going to do with him? This team is something else." Zabuza then laughs and says, He likes the kid. It's a pity he doesn't. It's a pity he's with the Leaf." And then hollers and then says, "Hey Brat, you wanna join my team?" Naruto says, "No, I have no interest in joining a ninja that's going to lose." Zaba then sighs and says, "Well, it was worth a shot trying to get another ally." And you see, Naruto walks to the ice prison where Sasuke and Haku fighting. In a little crease inside the ice mirrors, Naruto throws a little kunai. Yeah, we say going enough room for a kunai to go through, and Naruto teleports inside. No, Sasuke says, "What are you doing here, you loser? I have this fight under control." Naruto then looks at Sasuke and hits him hard enough to put him unconscious, saying, "Your time is up. You're slowing the mission down. We could have finished this mission ever since if you hadn't gone in my way." No. Haku and Naruto fighting. Haku fast, but Naruto faster. So, well, throughout this whole encounter, Naruto keeping up pace with Haku at the same speed, and it seems even in speed, strength, and everything else, whether it be jutsu and taijutsu. Now Naruto says, well, he had enough fun, and his eyes turn red, and he outblitzes Haku. No. Well, that happens. Kakashi the ready enough Hishidori to hit Zabuza in. No, Haku with enough last bit of strength runs and technically blow off Zabuza. Bring back a little PTSD to Kakashi and seeing how he remembering how Ring died, making he hand shake a bit. No, Naruto notices it a bit. I says, that's weird. That's very weird. No, all that happened, and Gato and He-Man show up ready to finish off the rest of Team 7 and Zabuza, etc. No, he gone now, he kicking Haku in the head and everything else. No, Naruto asks Zabuza if he doesn't feel anything for the guy that just died for him. Zabuza says no, he was just a tool I used. Naruto then says, "So you felt nothing. So that means you cared for him at least a bit to make him live this long." It's, from what I've seen, that guy really, really liked you and appreciated you. And even if you call him a tool, I cherish my tools. If one of my kunai or one of my blades break, I'd feel very sad. and you are telling me you feel nothing from it. No, I can't do like that. I ain't good Naruto speeches or anything, so he that whole thought on jutsu. And Naruto more blunt and a bit more. He only cared for himself in this one, if you know, with the exception of Hiruzen and a bit of Kakashi, because he and Kakashi got a better relationship than in canon, because in canon Kakashi mainly focused on Sasuke, but he focused a little bit more on Naruto in this too. But either way, Zabuza and then gets the old change in heart, I think, and throws his executioner blade to Naruto and says, "Here, kid, you said you wanted it, right? Take care of my blade for me. And give me one of your kunais instead." No. Then swap kunai and sword. Naruto puts away his sword in. No, Naruto holds his sword for a bit, saying it and trying to get accustomed to the heaviness and rotation of the blade. Well, Zabuza goes and starts to finish off some of Gato's men and killing Gato in the process. Or progress, whichever word. There's still a few more of these bounty hunters or whatever that was that they were Gato. And Naruto says, "Well, look at that. I have some dummies to test my new blade out on." Now Kakashi tells Naruto he can help you out, and Naruto says, "Nah, go help uselessness and he beat Uchiha over there. I got this." Now Naruto blitz and gets in the middle of rear all the Gato men is, and just slices and dices them in two swift motions, killing them, and in that mission the Tazuna finishes the bridge, and it's still named the Great Naruto Bridge. And before he forget, some of Gato man went to attack where Tazuna live. He throws the kunai and it poops into Naruto, and Naruto beats the two guys and poofs away. Now Naruto already know his secret, a bit. Naruto thinks when the clone poofed away and realizes what happened, and says everything will be okay now. And yeah, as I said, the bridge is still named Great Naruto Bridge, etc. Now they heading back to the Leaf to report on the mission and success in mission. And Naruto comes back. Kakashi has a brief discussion with Hiruzen, telling Hiruzen he didn't know Naruto knew the flying Raijin. Hiruzen says yes, but it told Naruto not to use that jutsu. But it seems he didn't really listen. And Hiruzen then explains to Kakashi that Naruto seems to be an even bigger prodigy than Minato, saying that. And Naruto was 5 at first, gave him a scroll. Within an hour, Naruto came back and had already mastered what was in the scroll. That being the basic ninjutsus for each element and the chakra control. Saying Naruto chakra control is better than the average person's. Now, they had that brief discussion and everything else. Now, heading into the tuning exams with he still knows Konohamaru, he still knows Konohamaru. So, but Konohamaru looks up to Naruto and takes his training seriously because he sees how strong Naruto is standing. And they're out. Konohamaru walks with Naruto, talking to Naruto. They having a little fun with Naruto. Now Naruto don't mind Konohamaru because Konohamaru like a younger brother, so to say. Now Konohamaru bumps into Kankuro, that whole event happens, and Naruto tells Kankuro that I recommend you let the kid go. Kankuro being saying, why would he do that? Before Kankuro could even say anything, Naruto blitz him and hits him dead in the chest and he flank. Naruto then says, well, two reasons actually. Because he's under my protection and he's the son of the third, not son, the grandson of the third Hokage. No, you wouldn't want to cause a war to break out, okay? Well, Tamari and Kankuro think they're talking, Naruto talking to them. Tamari then says no, he wouldn't want that. And Naruto says he wasn't talking to you. I'm talking to the one that's up in the tree. Well, Naruto turns his head and looks directly at Gaara. Surprising Gaara. No. Gaara says, you noticed me. And Naruto then says, yeah, I noticed you ever since, Shikaku. No. Well, Naruto says that Tamari, Kankuro, and Gaara is waiting and says, Gaara did not. So what do you know? And Naruto always then turns right and he voice changes a bit and says, it's been a while, you stupid Tanuki, which is just a little, no, it's not. Naruto always turns right and he can feel and it feels the presence of the Nine Tails, because throughout the last few days, then the taking point break, Naruto and Kurama they getting closer, and Naruto at least able to tap into he said two tails. We said two tails at most. Because Naruto's the faster, right? We said two tails at most. He conscious still there, but if it goes to 4, he loses all consciousness and Nine Tails takes over. So we said 2. He got full consciousness. Now Shikaku feels Naruto's presence and got Gaara back in a bit because again, Shikaku does how Kurama does identify strength as a member of Tails. I kind of agree with that because I was really truly happy with Kurama be able to cut down the other Tail beast. And this is the full 9 Tails, so he'll be able to do it ease no. So you feel that little fear and thing, and Gaara says, you're an interesting person. What's her name? Naruto then says, here's Naruto Uzumaki. And Gaara says, Naruto Uzumaki, alright, I'll remember that. And then they walk off and everything else. And everything, blah 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 blah. You thank him for tuning in exams. Team 7 butts up on Lee. No. Lee challenges Sasuke and gets his ass beat, but no, we're not Team 7. We still is Sasuke and Sakura knowing Naruto a bit late. No, beats his shite or the other Sasuke. Naruto appears and says, "Wow." For someone who's in the Uchiha and who's on my team, you're pretty weak. No, aren't you, Sasuke? No. Lee hears so how you criticize your teammates' strength. Naruto says, yeah. Since I'm the strongest here, minus our Johnny. And even then, you think I could still beat our Johnny teacher. Lee says, prove it. Naruto says, well. Naruto then asks, well, you can have this fight with you training with those weights on, or are you planning to take them off? Now Lee's surprised that Naruto notices he waits. Lee then says he didn't know what he talking about. And Naruto chuckles and says, alright. No. Naruto, no. Last face time. When Lee throws a roundhouse kick at Naruto to the right, Naruto blocks it with another kick. And now Naruto physique more built than Lee, and he's stronger now. Naruto does rare weights though, and he got seals from his body from it. It was a Maki clan. It does gravity seals. So anybody gets accustomed to one, the percent they seal at, it automatically adjusts to a new level. No, Naruto got them seals for he, and for all his seals for his body, it looked like he got tattoos. No, Lee feels the. Alright. We might go a little, my editing skills ain't good, but we might go a little clip that pieces that missing out there. My recording stop a bit, so I can't see from here. Lee says that you were wearing weights as well. Naruto then replies and says, I have no idea what you mean. Naruto then says, well, I have no interest in having a fight with you, nor those other two teammates up there watching us. No, Neji overhears this sort of Tenten and come up from hiding. And then says, you noticed us? Naruto then says he noticed you fight time he walked in the room. No. Naruto picks up Sasuke and says, you, girl, come, it's time to go. Sakura then says, I have a name, you know. Naruto says, yes, sorry about that, uselessness, let's go. Well, Sakura got mad sick, or she's useless, yada. No. The rhythm portion test alone, Naruto meets up with Team 7, Team 8, Team 10, and Team Guy. Kabuto comes, does he hold the top, no. When they're walking, them still about to play Genjutsu. Yeah. Then they're walking, them still about to play Genjutsu. And Naruto releases it all over you. Releases the Genjutsu and just keeps walking. He bought up from different teams, everything, and all the other shinobi that there that's staring at them, staring at the rookie nine. Naruto says, ugh, there's not a single interesting person in this room. I'm saying it out loud so everybody can hear. Now, a few people get agitated and starts to noise. Naruto releases a bit of bloodlust, shutting them up. Kabuto comes and says how you don't want to really antagonize the competition, now do you? Naruto then asks, who the hell are you? says his name is Kabuto, whatever the fuck his last name is, and Naruto's the second time he, how many times he doing this exam since he failed before. Naruto says, well, since you failed, I recommend you get lost and don't try to put on a false act. So Sakura and some of the others ask, what do you mean? Naruto says nothing. He knows what I mean. And Kabuto then leaves and says, wow, that kid's gonna be trouble. Then do the whole written test. Naruto had an interest in cheating. He just called Naruto smart. So Naruto passed it in flying colors like name. And again, I had scored and Minato. And you can go off to the second portion test, but that's for another time. Thinking leave it off here for now. So yeah, if you enjoyed this, I feel like everything. Sorry if I started a bit by my speaking there. I don't know. I ain't feeling Naruto, but if I ain't probably drop either what if Deku had a darkness core sometime. I recorded something today and drop it tomorrow, or I can do what if Deku. Either what if Deku was Meliodas, or what if Deku was a Saiyan. No. Or what if Deku was a villain, one in 3 of those. But let's expect a Deku what if to drop either sometime today as well, or tomorrow. So